Hello Taurus and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your angel and ancestor reading. It's a reading that's meant to find you when you need to see it. As always, take what resonates, it won't be for everyone. Let's start, Taurus, by pulling you your angel number and message. What does Taurus need to hear? Thank you around this period of seeing this reading. What does Taurus need to hear? Thank you. Okay. So the number is 2323, endless cycles. You might be seeing that number, could be a repeating sign for you. So the words associated with that number: charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive patterns, transformation. You may find yourself repeatedly resisting certain truths, leading to feelings of exhaustion and limitation. It's time to decide to live authentically for yourself, embracing your passion. By making this change, the world around you will begin to follow suit, breaking the cycle and fostering transformation. Let's see what we have for you, Taurus. Let's pull a spirit animal oracle message. What does Taurus need to hear? Thank you for this reading. All right, Taurus, we have chimpanzee. Use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. So could be some advice for you. And let's see what we have for you as your destiny message. What do the angels and ancestors want Taurus to know around this period? Angel, spirits, guides. What does Taurus need to know? Destiny message for Taurus, thank you. Okay, I've got two. So Taurus, I have change. And I also have freedom. So let's read change first. The picture is called The Dancing Clouds. It's okay to change your mind. It's all right to change directions. You do not need to be consistent. This is the time to push the needs and expectations of others aside and listen to the beat of your own drum. You do not need to follow tradition. Create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Be daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be done that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control what meaning you give to them. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. All right, and with that we have freedom. So Taurus, the picture is called The Cliff Swallow. Express yourself without hesitation. Break free and let your spirit fly. Make choices that increase your freedom. Don't be tied down. Laugh, dance, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. Be daring. Cast aside restrictions. Find your wings. As you do, you'll help others find theirs. You are not here to be ordinary or live a mundane life. You are here to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Do not be trapped by convention or the need to please others. Choose life on your own terms. Don't accept rules that don't feel right. You can be immensely free and yet still part of a loving, supportive community. All right, Taurus, those are your messages, guidance. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Taurus? Let's have a look at your tarot reading to support those messages. What do we have for our lovely Taurians, angel, spirits, guides? What do the angels and ancestors want Taurus to know? So, Taurus, we have the Justice card. We have the Ten of Wands. Judgment. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Male or female with the court cards. So Taurus, it looks like you're coming to an important decision. Now, the Queen of Swords is, she can be very mental energy. She's all about truth and clear thinking and decisiveness and balanced decisions and making the best possible choice for yourself, you know. And I feel this is more your energy. It could be someone giving you advice as well. We have the energy of justice. Now, justice can be about actions and consequences. It's about, you know, the karmic lessons we're learning, you know, what we've learned to this point. And it sometimes brings a choice. We know the right choice for us, but the right choice isn't necessarily the easy choice. But it might well be here that you've gone through experience here, Taurus, and it is time for change. It's about doing the right thing for you and knowing in truth with that Queen of Swords what the right thing is for you. Because this is that scenario here with 2-3-2-3. You've been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on something here for a period of time, or caught in some kind of endless repetitive cycle or pattern that's not serving your highest good. So there is that sign here with justice. You know what the right thing to do is. The chimpanzee, use your intuition and intellect to solve the problem. But we know what the right thing to do with justice is. We've learned karmic lessons. We've learned cause and effect. We've learned, you know, through experience, through, again, actions and consequences, you know, what's led us to this point. And now we're at kind of some point where we decide, where we're accountable for how we move forward. So this is that scenario here. We have a choice here to learn the karmic lessons that we've gone through. And sometimes that kind of repetitive energy that you might have been dealing with. And is it time to do the right thing for me? There is a kind of liberation energy with the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands can be a weight, a burden, classically, that's become too much to carry. And you don't want to carry it anymore, or you certainly have a choice. And it's about using the truth of the situation, seeing the truth, knowing what's for your highest good in making clear decisions and choices, because you have an opportunity to cut the cords, to let go of a weight or a burden that's become too much. Now, the Ten of Wands can have a number of meanings. It can be to do with an experience that you've gone through. You might have been tested. It might not have been an easy experience. Could have been treatment from a person or people or place. And it's become too much and it's time to let it go. The energy of the Ten of Wands can also sometimes be to do with something that we've been really kind of holding on to and trying to make work and persevering on it. But we're realizing, again, the 10 is the completion of the one cycle here. So something has become too much, and it's about some kind of significant choice that you have to make, or you have the opportunity to. Justice always gives us a choice. You have an opportunity to let go of something that you might have really tried to keep going or persevering on that path, but it's become too much and you need to let it go. Now, sometimes that can be with, you know, a business, or you could call it a relationship. You could call it a home or property. Something has just become too much. And it can be a physical thing, the one's energy. We put a lot of effort and time into it. We test, we persevere. But ultimately, with the Ten of Wands, it's become too much, and we have an opportunity to let it go. You could see this in terms of driving 2 hours to work, driving 2 hours back, doing a full day's work, and then, you know, doing what you need to do, not having much time to yourself. So something might have become too much, some kind of just an experience that could be too physical. It's become too much to the point where you don't have life balance anymore. So this can be, it's too, or long working hours, or the contract's not working for you, or you're over delegated to. You understand what I'm saying? So the energy is the weight has become too much. And finally, Taurus, you know, this can be health issues as well. I can't go on the way that I'm going on. It's become too much to deal with X, whatever X is, and it's time to let it go. So you understand the Ten of Wands. It's not always about someone's treatment or, that kind of poor treatment or experience. It can be, but it's so much more than that. It's whatever's become too much. And you have an opportunity to let that go. This is the liberation energy. This is the cliff swallow energy. And this is the change energy. Judgment is doubling down on what justice is saying. Because there is a kind of more spiritual aspect to judgment. We are really connected with Spirit, God, the universe, to make choices and decisions for our highest good. It's about answering the call. It might well be here, Taurus, that you have an opportunity for change. Something might happen here even that gives you an opportunity to let go of a burden, or you just feel it's time. Something happens here and you realize it's the straw that breaks the camel's back. I'm done. I can't carry this anymore. Judgment is about answering the call, because you can make a life choice at some kind of karmic crossroads and you can do something differently. You can choose to move in a different direction, or follow a different path, or do things differently, or embrace change and liberation. So this is the energy with just judgment. It is, both of these are very karmic energies, but I feel that there is a kind of awakened energy with you, that you're finally seeing a truth. For those of you who haven't come to a conclusion or have been back and forth to do with the decision, not anymore around this period. You're clear. You're clear what you need to do. Because the Queen of Swords, and I feel this is more your energy, it can sometimes be someone advising you. I mean, Spirit works through people to help us, guide us as well. But the Queen of Swords can be somebody who is quite direct, but generally always right. So it can be someone around you as well, male or female, but they tell it like it is. They're very truthful. They're very honest. They cut to the chase. They don't use flowery language. They're very direct, but their words have meaning and truth. Now, this is the energy here, Taurus, as well. It can also be you as the Queen of Swords. Either way, you are seeing the reality of a situation. You understand what you need to do. And the Queen of Swords is not afraid to cut cords with things that don't serve her highest good. But she makes balanced choices and balanced decisions. Now, it's not always black and white. It doesn't have to be, one day you're carrying a weight and a load, the next day you're cutting cords with it. It doesn't have to be that way. This is a kind of smart energy in how you need to release the weight and the burden, and the decisions and the steps that you need to take to support that happening for you. So the Queen of Swords can be, now you know the truth. Let that guide your choices. Let that guide your actions. Let that guide the path that you follow. And let that help you put a plan into action that will ultimately allow you to let go of a weight or a burden that has become too much. So this can be that scenario as well here, Taurus. But something has become too much and you know the right thing to do. And it feels there is a kind of timely energy about this. This is about answering the call with judgment. Because we can keep on doing what we're doing, or we have the opportunity to do something differently with judgment. But certainly karmic lessons being learned here is the flavour of the reading. So this is the scenario here, Taurus, endless cycles. And we can go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, caught in a cycle that might not be serving you anymore and has become too much. And you might have been back and forth in your own energy of what to do, but it looks here that there is a kind of a real awakened truth coming into your life here, supported by Spirit, to help you embrace change and liberate from something that has become too heavy. Is what I see for you. For those of you on a kind of very, very practical level, where you feel like you're carrying everyone. You might be dutiful towards, taking care of family. You might be dutiful to taking care of your home. You might be dutiful in working for a living. You might be dutiful in doing this, that, and the other for everybody. But again, there is that sense of your life might not be your own. This can be a scenario here as well with the Queen of Swords. It's time to tell the truth. It's time to speak your truth and bring in the change and lighten the load. So This can also be very powerful in terms of you know what the right thing to do to return balance into your life. And it can be very positive here, Taurus, in terms of speaking your truth on a practical level as well. Because it's time. Something is happening, and it's that sense of, I can't go on the way that I'm going on. Something has to give. There is a call to action here because things can be different for you, but it's linked to seeing the truth, speaking your truth, and potentially asking other people to step up and take responsibility and share the load. So these energies can also apply here, Taurus, in terms of how you also change and liberate from this weight and burden. Because sometimes with that 232 energy, 2323 energy, we keep on keeping on doing it, with the 10 of Wands. But I feel that something is going to happen here around this period and it's become too much. You might also be seeing a truth, speaking your truth. It's what you need to do to cut cords with the weight. And sometimes that can be better distribution of responsibilities, other people stepping up and pulling their weight and doing their fair share, not leaving you to do everything. So these are the energies at play. Either way, the message remains the same. There's always levels to a reading, and we say it because it's meant for you. All right, what do we have for Taurus? Thank you, angels, spirits, guides. I feel there is a point here. It's like something is happening here around this time. It's the final thing that makes your mind up. It's time. I'm answering the call. I have to, be truthful in how I now move forward to lighten the load. Okay, what do we have for Taurus? Thank you, angels, spirits, guides. So let's pull your angel and ancestor messages. That is this deck to finish off your reading. So we have Eagle, see from a higher perspective. Love that. It's a powerful symbol as well that you might be seeing as well around this period. Let's pull one more for you. What do we have for our lovely Taurians? And we have Shaman, trust in higher forces. All right, Taurus, let's have a look at Shaman. Very spiritual. So we have trust in higher forces, trust in your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. There are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct this situation and come out on top. The Shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your spirit guides in an extremely personal way. Okay, let's look at the lovely eagle. It's a sign of spirit. So Taurus, we have look at the things from a different angle. Look at things from a different angle. Fly higher, see new possibilities. Eagle medicine swirls around you, encouraging you to recognize that your views or visions may be limited at this time. Is there a chance that your own desperation, need, or ego could be blocking you from seeing a potential in your current situation? If there are other people involved, are you being guided to see things from everyone's perspective? If you are feeling the need for something to change, how can you take the higher road? Know that if you have intentions that aren't for your highest good, it certainly will hold you back. Eagle medicine can help you change this. The eagle brings energy of healing and love directly from the heart of Father Sky and invites you to do all things from a place of love. So we have see from a higher perspective here. Taurus, and I think that you are awakening to a truth here of what needs to happen. And I feel that Spirit is telling you that it can happen here, because it's very powerful in terms of having an opportunity to let go of something that's become too much to carry. And it might well be around this time that something has just finally tipped things to the point where you are awakening to what you need to do. But we have change, we have liberation, freedom with that swallow energy. We have this mental acuity with the Queen of Swords and knowing what you need to do to break free of this kind of endless cycle of carrying a burden that you have an opportunity to release from now. Taurus, that's what I have for you for your Angel and Ancestors reading. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful period ahead. I will see you next time.